Hello collective, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your reading. So I want to just use the What's the News deck to see what comes out. Let's see what the current energy is. Today is August 20th. But this reading can resonate whenever you happen to come across it. Let's see what messages you need to know at this time. That's for your highest and greatest good. My backpack just fell. Okay. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are and that you're staying safe and healthy. What messages does the collective need to know at this time, Spirit? Forehead's so shiny. First card we have is the Cleanse. Detox, ridding negativity, and purification. Two cards came out. Tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. Puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. Okay, let's read those cards as it is. Some of you maybe going through a phase where you're trying to do some sort of detox. It could be like a social media detox. It could be like a colon cleanse, because that's what popped in my mind when I said that. You could just be you hear the sirens in the background. Some of you might be getting rid of things that are no longer serving you. It could be a mental cleanse. It could be a mental detox, an emotional detox. You could be going through a purging process, possibly purging emotions. Even you could be decluttering your home, getting rid of things that you no longer serve you, that has taken up space. You basically are just trying to like clear the air, clear the energy. But some of you could also feel like you're tiptoeing around a situation, something that you don't want to get caught up in, or you don't want to get caught in. You may be doing this cleanse because some of you may have been around certain energies that haven't really been conducive to you being healthy, and healthy in the holistic sense, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically. And because you're probably, you know, when I see the tiptoeing, it's also like it says sneaking around, but I think it's like you're sneaking away. I think that you want to get out of situations, or you're tiptoeing your way out of situations that leave you feeling confused, where there is a lack of clarity. And maybe you have been like maybe going into a hermit mode, where you have been separating from friends and family, isolating yourself, possibly because you need to heal, or possibly because there's certain situations going on around you that have kind of caused some sort of inner turmoil or conflict within you. And you need to get like kind of like separate yourself in a situation so that you could gain a different perspective. Okay, so try to see. I want to get more from the What's the News. I should have brought a different deck. Let's see if anything else. Oh, a card fell. Oh goodness, my nails. Oh. Ow, I hurt my nails. Okay, hurt my finger actually. Reading up, doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. I think some of you may have learned something that is causing you to want to exit a situation. You know, it's like if you look at the order of the cards, it's like this. This is the way I see it because it's laid down. It's like this person, wait, it's like this. The person's body is facing the opposite direction, and the arrow is pointing another direction. So it's like the person is exiting being confused, being conflicted. You know, it's like they're turning their back away from that and moving away. And if you like look at the way the card is, it's like, yes, he's possibly being pulled back into a certain situation, but the person wants to exit it, they want to leave it, but they feel like they can't do it where it's just like they could go on their own volition. It's more like they have to sneak themselves out of the situation, you know, because they are gaining some knowledge and information. This is doing the research, learning more, getting insight, you know. And also I did mention that somebody, it could be you or whoever's around you, maybe entering a hermit phase, and in order to, because they've gained some information, and it's like, now I need to detox, I need to cleanse myself, I need to get rid of, like, now that I know this, I can no longer stay in this situation, you know, because it's, if anything, it's going to bring more conflict, more confusion, and possibly even worse things, you know, possibly, because in the bottom of the deck we see fed up. You know, sometimes if I know, like in situations where I felt confused, I would become frustrated. And the only way you could really remedy that frustration is to get yourself out of that situation, you know? So possibly this person is knowing, I have to get out of the situation, but this is a situation that I cannot exit like swiftly. This is something that may be a bit complicated. It may cause it may have a big impact, and this person is trying to find a way around this. I feel like it's a masculine energy who is trying to avoid a situation, or who wants to exit a situation that has been frustrating. He's possibly found out some information about a feminine energy that is, I guess, giving him the green light for him to, you know, to no longer engage with her. You know, he's probably fed up with her games, fed up with whatever sneakiness or shadiness that she has been bringing into his life, and he's like wanting to remove that energy from her and from him. You know, he wants to detoxify, because he may have been dealing with a toxic female, possibly a female who has anger issues, someone who may be experiencing a mental health disorder, and this is no shame to anybody who has that. But sometimes when someone is experiencing mental illness and they're not getting the proper treatments, the symptoms of the diagnosis can show up in the relationship and cause a lot of drama. And this person is like, I no longer want to be involved in this. I need to exit the situation, and I need to get away from, I need to like go towards the cleanse. I need to, because this is the way the cards were, you know. But I moved, it doesn't matter the order, but I was painting you a picture. Because basically this person is like, it's like he's being pulled into the stress, but then it's like he wants to go towards healing. He wants to go towards cleansing, you know. My camera's backwards for some reason. I don't know. Why am I realizing it now? Like, see, it's like something, it's like, I never really noticed that my cards were backwards until now. And the fact that I mentioned it, I felt like that this person doesn't want to progress. They don't want to go back to situations where they are being pulled into drama, pulled into stress, pulled into unhealthy habits. You know, they want to go towards healthiness. They want to be detoxified. They want to be, you know, they want to be free of negativity. They want to be pure. But it's like whoever they're dealing with, I'm going by the cards, They learned something. I should have kept the fed up card out. Wow, I looked at the bottom, new boo. Okay, so possibly it could be two situations. This could be a past situation where a person exited a situation where they were dealing with someone who was toxic, right? And now they're might possibly going through a healing phase, but are wanting to get into a relationship, right? This says new boo, new love, learning each other, and flirtations. And the reading up card came out. So possibly this masculine figure has already exited a situation, right? And he's moving towards healing. He's moving towards cleansing himself from whatever happened in the past, you know, where it was a lot of confusion, it was a lot of conflict. It could be conflict within or conflict within the relationship, right? Or this person could already be in a situation that they want to exit, and it's because they found someone, and I don't like this at all. I don't like third party shit. I don't like it. I was in it I was in it before. I don't like it. I don't like tapping into that energy. But I have to say, I want to be honest, you know. So if this person is in a situation that they're exiting, they're in the process of exiting, but it's a very complicated, finicky situation. They possibly are you know, like say they could be divorcing somebody, right? And or the person that they're leaving, that, you know, may be toxic. And please reverse it as necessary. You could be the person, a feminine energy that's leaving a toxic masculine. So, but I'm reading it as a masculine energy because the first two cards that came out were masculine energy with the cleanse and tiptoeing. Okay, so say this masculine energy is already in a situation, but he's already planning his exit. But then during the process of him moving away from the situation, he may have come across somebody that he is interested in. But it's like, I can't invest too much in this new situation because I'm still in the process of getting myself out of another. And the reason why I have to say it that way is because it says sneaking around, getting caught, you know, avoiding getting caught in that, you know. So it could be that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that, you know. Underneath, kinky ways. So if it says fantasies, fetishes, sexually open, looking to explore, you know, so possibly this person may have kinky ways, may have certain kinks. Maybe this person is in a situation where they are in a relationship and they are engaging in extramarital affairs, they're cheating, but it's more so, I mean, I don't want to say men, like men and women cheat, you know, and I know from personal experience, you know, but I feel like, because I'm trying to be like, you know, look at it from a big grand scheme of things. You know, someone can be cheating in this dynamic, you know, and they may be doing it because they want to get off, you know. This person can also be a penny pincher. They may be experiencing financial hardships in some way, or they're just someone who may be a cheapskate, you know, because it says budgeting and saving, you know, so their money is, you know, pretty tight. But then honeymooning, love on the brain, talking often, feeling all the feels, you know. So this person, these are just like things that we can find out, you know, that this person can be, like say they are tiptoeing out of a situation and they're now entering a new situation where they are in this honeymoon stage with the new boo. You could be the new boo, or they could be the new boo. Please reverse the roles as it resonates. You could be the one that's tiptoeing and needing the cleanse, whatever, or and healing, or you're the one that's in a relationship and you're considering stepping out. But that may be significant in some way. Right. Let's see. I want to get more love cards. Oh crap, I have to end this reading. So I'm gonna let this be part 1 of the reading because I don't have much space. So this is gonna be part 1 of the reading. And the second part, I'm gonna clarify more with oracle cards or tarot. I'm just gonna see what I'm drawn to. So I'll see you in part 2. Bye.